Hey, chiropractors. Why do you think that there are chiropractors struggling to keep their lights on while at the exact same time, in the exact same market, massive franchises like The Joint are growing and thriving? What is one doing that the other isn't? Do you remember Kinko's? Much like that small chiropractor, Kinko started out as a single location, took no outside money, and used its own profits to spread across the country. Then the owner sold it for $3 billion to FedEx. How do you pull something off like that? Wealthy chiropractors understand that there are three laws required to grow a small business into a dominant franchise, and I'm about to share those with you right now. But first, I'm Sean Carrington from the Sales Funnel Guys, and this is things wealthy chiropractors know. I've had the pleasure of talking to a few hundred small business owners, and a surprising number of them only work off referrals. Referrals are great. One of the things we do is help you put a system in place to get more referrals. The problem is you have very little control over referrals, and that makes it nearly impossible to project revenue when your only source of business is referrals. The other problem is, how do you expand to a second location a few towns over where no one knows you if your only source of business is referrals? Dan Kennedy, one of the greatest marketers in history, once said, "Your products or service are not your business. Your real business is marketing, advertising, and selling your business. Products and services. If you have a barber shop, for example, your job is not cutting hair. Instead, it's marketing and advertising to find new clients who want their hair cut." Does that make sense? And that brings us to the second law of building a big business: sticking with and focusing on the basics long enough to build mastery. Be honest. Have you mastered pay-per-click advertising to the point where you know your numbers? Know which campaigns should be shut down and which should receive more ad dollars? Do you know which long-tail phrases are most profitable and which are wasting your money? What percentage of clicks are coming from robots, crawlers, and your competitors? What about social media? What kind of content have you been producing? Which platforms have generated the most engagement? The more people see you, the more they trust you. So what have you been doing to build your personal brand? The point is, as we've learned in the first rule of marketing, is your highest priority. And as you know, there are many things involved in properly marketing a small business. Each of those things takes time to achieve mastery, and that's the reason some chiropractors struggle while others thrive. The ones who are thriving have put in the work and stayed focused long enough to master each of those disciplines. The third law of growing a big business is you can't do everything yourself. And if you think about it, it's foolish to even try. For example, if Elon Musk insisted on doing everything himself, would there be 1,750 Tesla charging stations spread across the United States? Of course not. There aren't enough hours in the day for one person to contract all that land, coordinate with all those power companies, and install all those stations by himself. It's not humanly possible. When Paul Orafella sold Kinko's to FedEx, he had 850 locations spread across the United States. If he insisted on making every copy himself, he never would have grown past the first location. The biggest bottlenecks in the growth of most businesses is the business owner who insists on doing everything himself. Growth demands us to mature beyond technicians and become leaders. So to circle back to our first two rules, is mastering pay-per-click important? Absolutely. But you don't have to be the one who takes the time to master it. By hiring the right marketing director or partnering with a firm that has already mastered that skill, the time it takes to benefit from that expertise is reduced tremendously. And now you understand why people's network determines their net worth. By surrounding yourself with people who have mastered the skills required to grow your business, you can quickly go from a mom and pop strip mall chiropractor to one of Inc. 5000's fastest growing businesses in the United States. Create more jobs, help more people, make more of an impact. The opportunity is right there for the taking. And that's it. Thanks for hanging in there with me till the end. If you like what you've just seen, you're going to love the free training we've put together for you at wealthychiropractor.com. In that free training, we teach everything you need to do to double your top line revenue and dominate your market. If you're serious about growing your practice, your blueprint is waiting for you. So go over to wealthychiropractor.com right now and take advantage of that free training. I'll see you inside.